Hello guys, you're welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to properly pad your bustier. It is detailed, very easy and beginner friendly. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. So here I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric and this is what we have. So while cutting, I also went ahead to cut out my lining at the same time. So if you don't know how to cut a bustier, I'll be dropping a link to the tutorial in the description box for you to go and check it out. So this is me trying to remove the pattern paper I use in drafting my bustier. Then I'll go ahead to keep my lining aside because I'll be working on my fabric alone for this tutorial. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start padding the bustier, and I'll be using this wording here to pad the bustier. So this is a medium size wording. We have the light wording, the medium size wording and the thick wording. So I'm going to be using this medium size wording to pad this bustier. I'm going to be illustrating for you today. So now I'm going to go ahead to start cutting. So I'll be starting with the center panel of the bustier. So I'm going to go ahead to open up the center panel like so. So make sure before you cut it is ironed and straightened, and the wording is going to be stopping on the underbust area. So I'm just going to go ahead to place it like you see me doing in the video, after which I'll go ahead to cut out the wording following the shape I already have on my fabric. So after cutting it out, this is what I'm going to be having. The next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to fold the neck area by at least 0.75 inch. Then I'll go ahead to trim off the wording I have at that point. This is going to help eliminate any bulkiness around that part, because if you should sew it with the wording there, after sewing you discover that that place is bulky because of the wording you have at that point. So after cutting, this is what we are going to be having. So next I'm going to go ahead to repeat the same process on the side panel of the bustier. So for the side, I'm going to go ahead to fold my wording into two because I'm cutting for both sides at the same time. Then I'll go ahead to place the bustier on it, making sure that the wording stops on the underbust area also, after which I'll go ahead to cut it out. So after cutting, I'm going to go ahead to fold the neckline area again. Then I'll trim it off by at least 0.75 like I did for the center panel. So after cutting, this is what it is going to look like. The next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to shape the side of the bustier. And in doing that, I'm going to go ahead to measure half of my nipple to nipple measurement like this. So half of my nipple to nipple measurement is 5 inch. I'll go ahead to mark that. After marking, I'm just going to go ahead to use my hand to draw a simple oval shape like you see me doing in the video. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead to cut it out like you see me doing in the video. So basically this is what the side of the bustier is going to be looking like. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to attach the wording to my fabric. But before doing that, I'm going to go ahead to attach an S-stay to my fabric. This is going to help give my fabric more stability, and it's going to help make the fabric to be a little bit thick. So for the S-stay, I'm going to be using this cloth gum, also called a gum canvas. So for the S-stay I'll be attaching, I'm just going to go ahead to place my fabric on it like this. Then I'll go ahead to cut it out, and I'll be repeating the same thing for the side block of the bustier also. So after cutting out the S-stay, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to first of all attach the S-stay to my main fabric, after which I'll go ahead to attach the wording to it. So when fixing the wording, I'm going to go ahead to use my hemming gum to fix the wording to my main fabric, because there are times that the gum on the wording will not be enough to keep the fabric and the wording together. So I'm just going to go ahead to quickly do that. After I was done attaching my S-stay and my wording to the bust, this is what it is going to look like. And I also did the same thing for the side panel, and this is what we have. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to join the side panel to the center panel. So I'll place it like this, making sure the good face are facing each other. Then I'll stitch, and I'll go ahead to repeat the same thing on the other side and also on the lining. So after I was done joining the center panel to the side panel, this is what it is going to look like. So I'm just going to go ahead to open it up for you to see. So this is what you should have. As you can see, the cups came out very nice already. So the next I'm just going to go ahead to do now is to notch the seams. So I'm going to go ahead to create little notches like you see me doing in the video, and I'll be repeating the same thing on the other side, after which I'll move over to ironing of the bustier. So after notching, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to iron. And when ironing, I'm going to be using my tailor's arm to iron it. So you don't iron your bustier on a flat surface. You will need a tailor's arm like this to iron it. If you don't have a tailor's arm, I have a tutorial on how to make your own tailor's arm on the channel, and I'll be dropping the link in the description box. So the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to start ironing. So when ironing, you're going to go ahead to place it on your tailor's arm like this. Then you go ahead to open up the seam. Then you go ahead to press it all the way down to the end of the bustier. So just watch what I'm doing and follow the same process. Once I'm done ironing the wrong side of the fabric, I'm going to go ahead to turn it over to the good face, and I'll also give it a good press. So guys, after I was done pressing the bustier, this is what I have once I was done doing that, and this is what the bustier should look like once you're done pressing it. So you can go ahead to finish whatever dress you are making. So if this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to, and also don't forget to like and drop a comment. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next tutorial.